Brooke, we appreciate it. Well, President Obama wants to close the prison at Guantanamo Bay in less than a year, but both Republicans and Democrats have voted against giving him funding, saying he hasn't offered a specific enough plan.
So where do we go from here, and could the prisoners be headed right here to San Diego? Republican Congressman Brian Bilbray of the 50th District joins us to offer his take on that and several other hot topics this week. Thanks so much for being here, Congressman.
Great to be here.
All right, so Congressman, on that topic, should prisoners be released from there? Should they be coming here? Where should they go? What's your take on
I think the president has brought Democrats and Republicans together because he's not only not offered a plan, he has not, or enough of a plan, he's not offered any plan, any details. And I think that even the most conservative Republican to the most liberal Democrat agreed that, look, before you ask for $80 million, you darn well better show us what you're going to spend it on. That's what Congress is supposed to do, look at expenditures, and this is that balance issue. And when the president said, trust us, I'll work up a plan eventually, they said, when you get it, come back to us and then ask us for the money.
But do you agree with the concept that Guantanamo should close?
I am not so sure that Guantanamo is the issue that some people build it up to. And let's be frank about it. The president thought he could shut down the war in Iraq much faster than now he realizes he can. He admits that he's going to have to back off on that. And I think he thought Guantanamo was going to be low-lying fruit, something easy to do. I think now he's learning that there's a whole lot of details. And one of the problems I have with Guantanamo is what is going to be the rights of these guys once you bring them on the U.S. soil? Do they now all get released because they didn't have their Miranda rights? What facility is designed to handle over 200 terrorists? And you got to remember, we're talking about a facility that not only has to keep people in like a normal prison, but have to keep people out because terrorists could attack on that. There's issues like the confidentiality of the people that are running the jails. Guantanamo, you actually have a system to where the terrorists don't know who's actually operating it because it's an isolated area surrounded on three sides by the Caribbean and one side by communist Cuba. So all of these things need to be talked about, and the president made a mistake, and I think it was his political advisor said, hey, do this instead of getting out of Iraq quickly, and now they're finding out it's not so simple, that you've got a whole lot of details that have to be worked out first.
So mainly the plan here at stake. That's what everybody wants to hear, is a plan from your take then?
They want to see the plan. They want to see the cost. You got a brand new facility that every human rights group is saying, look, the facility is not the problem. The operation is probably one of the best facilities anywhere in the world, including the United States. It's more of the public relations problem. And I think as we see the price tag, the cost, we may think, wait a minute, is public relations more important than the functional operations, security, and the cost effectiveness of this new facility?
But that debate will continue, and people like Colin Powell say maybe it is, but other people are saying maybe it's not. But we've got other issues to talk about as well.
Yeah, we do have another issue. Something starting Monday is these border crossing procedures that are new in place. What do people in San Diego need to know about this?
What they need to know is that if you're going to cross the border now, which is a real tough time to do this, but that you now need a passport or a passport card. And as the ranking member on the subcommittee that put together these cards, these are very secure cards, and they eliminate the requirement to carry a whole passport. It basically looks like a driver's license, but it has all kinds of new technology in there. I was just saying about the new tactical stamping, where now you're actually going to have numbers that are lasered into the plastic and into the deal, so that when we check you, we can actually see, is this a counterfeit or has it actually been produced a certain way? It'll actually have a chip in it so that as you drive through, they'll know it's you. Be able to warn ahead of time. You know, when you come into the border, you go through and they check your license plate. Now there'll be a reader that'll actually be able to read your card as you come in, so they know that it's Courtney coming in, and then looks at it and said, okay, it's Courtney, we know Courtney, and we've already had a check of was Courtney wanted. So all of these technologies. On the other side, though, is that if California implements the Real ID bill the way they promised to do it, the new driver's license we get will have all this technology, so now we don't have to go to get a special border crossing card. Our driver's licenses will have the data in it so that we can now just go renew our driver's license, and that will work in the future.
One last question. Let's talk politics real quick. There's been a big debate in the Republican Party between Colin Powell and Rush Limbaugh and Dick Cheney and others. Who do you think, as a voting member of the Republican caucus, who do you think is the leader of the Republican Party right now?
Well, it depends on the issue. When it comes to the budget, there's a new young kid, good-looking young man out of Wisconsin who is the ranking member of the Budget Committee. And you've got Paul Ryan. I think you'll see him on, and people say, who is this guy? And he's going to be speaking out. As issues come up, they will be a choice in there. You've got you've got Romney from former governor who's going to be taking more. But, let the process work. Nobody should be anointed. I think one of the biggest problems in politics is everybody's looking to anoint somebody. Everybody should earn their right to be able to stand up and speak for whatever group, and it shouldn't be chosen in a back room. And I think this is going to be sort of a debate of ideas, who speaks best for the group.
But do you think comments like calling potential Justice Sotomayor reverse racist, do you think that's helpful?
No, but I think that you got to understand that I think she admitted that she made a mistake. That if I don't believe in reverse racism. I think if you make a racist remark, it's racist no matter who you're talking about. And the fact is that I think she'd admit now that if she said that, if somebody said that statement, a white male said that about a Latina, that people would call it racist. Right. Well, if it goes one way, it goes the other. And I think that we're reaching a level in our society where that everyone should be treated equally, even when they say things, and no one should be exempt from a standard that we set for everyone else.
Well, Congressman, thanks so much for being here. You're a great friend of this show. We appreciate it.
Always
Hopefully we can get some waves in during your trip here, too.
We hope if the swell comes up and the sun comes out, it would be nice.
Good for you. All right, of course, for more information on all the topics we just discussed, just go to san diego6.com and click on